So far Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the show. Yeah, it's another day, another day, another day. We all know uh, what is going on. We all know what is transpired. We have seen a lot of things happening, and now we have the La Republique president has arrived America. Okay, we are trying to figure out the other members of the delegation that they came. We hear that Bimvondo is in USA for the US Africa Summit. Okay, the members of the delegation that they came, we hear of some members of the government. Uh, so they left Yaoundé late this morning, as we hear late Friday morning, accompanied by his wife, Mrs. Chantal Biya, to attend the U.S. Africa Summit that will be held from the 13th to the 15th of December 2022. The official delegation of the President of La Republique is composed of the following personalities. Mr. Joseph Betty Asomo is the minister delegate at the presidency in charge of the defense. The next one is Mr. Lojen Belambela, Minister of External Relations. The other one is Mr. Mvondo Ayolo, Minister Director of the Civil Cabinet. Louis Paul Motaze is the Minister of Finance. The one that is also joining the delegation is REMY NGONO Jumisi, Minister of Public Work. Also, we have in that list Minister Pierre Hele, Minister of Environment. Mr. Maglambaga Tangana, Minister of Trade. Mengot Victor Aren Kongo is another one that is coming. That he's in charge of special duties at the presidency of La Republique. Then this one, Gaston Elondo Esomba, is also Minister of Water, Resource and Energy. The delegation, other members that are there from the list that we got. Gabriel Mbarga. I don't know if that one is a minister or what, but that's the name. Gabriel Mbarobe, Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development. Vice Admiral Joseph Fuda, Special Advisor at the Presidency. Then you have Esomba. All these are Betty people. Betty. Pierre Bikele, Chief of Staff of Protocol. Only Betty people. One tribe has put that their country there like that. Good enough, Ambazonians were so wise to take advantage of that 2016 to leave this dirty union. Okay? And some people will come and tell us garbage. The newspapers are just sending all kinds of trash. Okay? When you pay newspaper to go and be writing that trash, it doesn't make any sense. Okay? The Republic president will be coming, and those delegations are there. Most of the people that were earmarked to be arrested are not in that list, and that's why they were very wise enough not to come to America. Okay, but let's hear the take of the purpose of this delegation coming to America is on the invitation of President Biden for the U.S. Africa Summit. Okay, but our people are ready to go and protest in front of the White House, where they'll be holding this rally. Our people will go there and protest. So that has nothing to do with us. We are going to go and protest. Tell the world that La Republique Biya is a dictator, and we have to tell the world who Biya is. Okay? We will tell the world who Biya is. expose Biya and his delegation, expose their crimes, expose everything that they have been doing. Okay? We are going to expose everything. So on the 14th, all leaders, all road lead to Washington, D.C. Okay? We have already earmarked the space. They have already seen the mayor of Washington, D.C. Everything has been done. So you only come on the 14th and come and march. It is already done. Okay? We will not stay quiet while these tyrants, called leaders, keep killing our people. And some people say, no, it's okay. Okay? Activists are not people who you will threaten. Activist has a cause. And until that cause is being carried out, activists don't back down. I don't know who is still talking about some other activism, you know. Real activism is not, it's not about listening to people. Activism is not about, our people, the activists, every delegation, every member that believe in Ambazonian, that believe in the truth. Okay, we are working harder for you people. Okay, please tweet, write on Facebook, write everywhere, write about this march, 14th of December, write everywhere, put it on paper. Okay, put it on paper, put it everywhere. Ambazonia must be free. Ambazonia is a territory that nobody can steal from us. Nobody can steal that from us. Yes, yes. They should not confuse between crimes committed during a wartime and the cause itself. The cause itself is on course. People should not put those two together. In every crisis, there is always crimes that are committed on both sides. So it's not about investigating Ambazonian activists alone. It's about investigating the military, La Republic government officials, everybody. So people should not focus on that. Oh, they are investigating Ambazonian activists. Now that's a big lie. The FBI is a just system. They know who they are investigating. Anybody that committed crime within a particular thing, doing something that is not good within the struggle, those are the things that we have condemned. We have always condemned kidnapping. You have heard me condemning kidnapping in this my forum here. I've condemned kidnapping as the SOS, Undersecretary for Home Affairs. I am the Undersecretary of Home Affairs. I condemn kidnapping every time, everywhere. We advise all our chairpersons, all our chairmen, any kidnapping information they should send to us. They have our numbers, they have our information. We shall follow up and know who are those doing kidnapping. We have said this time and again because it is wrong. It is wrong. First, it is against the International Convention of War. It is against the purpose for our struggle. Our struggle is not about kidnapping our people. That's not the aim of our struggle. Our struggle is about protecting our people, giving our people freedom, fighting for their rights, making sure that we defend our homeland. That is the purpose of this struggle. This struggle is not a criminal gang something. Okay? Because we followed the footprints of our forefathers who started the struggle long ago. From the Forjijinga, the other members that were in the struggle before we came in. So they did not use the struggle as a criminal gang. They were pursuing their struggle under the banner of SCNC, under the banner of different organizations. That is how it was. Okay, But if La Republique came on at 2016 and declared us war, what do you make of that? People who are not prepared, people that were having peace plan, going to march with peace plan. Peace plan, moving around, trying to protest. Paul Biya came, declared war. So anybody saying anything contrary or whatever they're saying, that is their problem. Nobody will be in your country. Somebody come and start killing, burning, doing Scotch egg policy. Then you want your people to stay quiet. Tell me which country has done that? We have Ukraine. The whole world is supporting Ukraine. They are pouring in money, financial support. Pouring in financial support, pouring in all kinds of support. So let nobody tell you anything contrary, okay? Let no one tell you anything contrary. A just fight is a just fight, okay? Yes. Biya is there in this thing. Let's listen to this report by VOA.
It's a really great way to support, to use U.S. hegemony, U.S. leadership to bring all these allies together to support all these countries. And how can the diaspora who are in the U.S. Working at U.S. companies be used as a leverage to support this? So the U.S. government has a really good chance to, take, you mentioned the aforementioned U.S. Africa Trade Summit during Biden administration 2014. That summit in itself was long overdue. What does that mean? We just don't want, I think we can't just sit back and just let these countries come to us and just ask the U.S. for budget support or monetary support. We need to also put the tax and say, okay, well, what are your future goals? What's your 10-year goal to support infrastructure development? But at the same time, I think Africans also need to, we need to put these countries on notice and make sure that, it's not the same. It's not the same old business as come to the West, beg for money, and then go back and then do the same thing 4 or 5 years later. The diaspora really needs to engage and incentivize some of these countries to really do things differently in a more systematic manner and make sure it's sustainable.
There are some interesting areas that this particular summit will be focusing on. They're going to be focusing on entrepreneurship on the continent. How can the U.S. help young people? They're also talking about innovation. They're looking across the continent, looking for young, innovative minds. It looks like they're shifting from looking at the leaders, the leadership on the continent, but also putting their attention or focusing on the young people, what young people are doing across the continent.
That's a very good point, Paul. Look, that not only needs to be done, it needs to be a tool to not only encourage but incentivize. But I think there needs to be some language to say, well, look, you have to have a mandate to engage youth. There has to be a if you're providing healthcare or any type of program through USAID, there has to be a youth component. What does that mean? Youth has to be employed. The U.S. government needs to, find ways to use its current systems to engage youth, because if you put that into a USAID package, right? By definition, there's so many. And you can create jobs overnight.
Thank you so much for your time, Neil.
Thank you so much, Paul. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so that is a very short report about they are trying to give their own analysis on what is going to take place in the U.S. Africa Summit. Okay, the focus on where US will focusing their own agenda in this year's US Africa Summit. But when we look at it, okay, most African countries come to US because they want to come and beg for support. And that is what has been going on in the past years. What is Biya taking there for the people, for the young people of La Republique? Nothing. You carry all this delegation, spend all this money, live in luxurious hotels, lavish money. 50 African countries, 50 African presidents invited to USA. Imagine how much billion of dollars that will be spent. Just these 3 days, they'll sleep in hotels. They will spend a lot of money. So that is how Africa is. Okay, they will spend all this money. But there is a problem in La Republique and there is a problem in Southern Cameroon. Okay, the story, the history, the crimes against humanity is ongoing. So anybody who is trying to tell the people of Southern Cameroon, hey, stop fighting, allow the La Republique military to keep killing your people, those are the people that are the real terrorists. Because if you lock up our people, if you keep taking our people to jail, taking our people, try to send them, whether we send them threats of what, who is the terrorist there? People who are activists, who are defending their people, or people who are killing our people. Who do you put as a terrorist? I don't want to go that far. I don't want to go that. That's a topic of another day. But I want to play this story. Let's see the names of those delegation, of those members of the delegation that came here. They are not in this list. Listen to this guy. He put all their names there. This is a French journalist, a French Cameroun journalist.
Entre donc dans la liste noire et ceux qui seront arrêtés par la justice américaine. Et il y a un certain Moya Moja. Il est le chef régime du régime et protégé par Atangandji. Et il y a un Kondatitus alias MKPD, c'est-à-dire il a une chaîne là qu'on appelle quelque chose comme ça. Chaque fois qu'il y a un meurtre, que ce soit par exemple la gardienne de maison, c'est lui qui publie toujours les premières images. Et la justice américaine a retenu pour lui, bien sûr, ce qu'on appelle incitation à la haine. Et bien évidemment, propagation du meurtre et tout ça. Voilà et tout ça. Donc, un Kondatitus sera arrêté. Il peut rester tranquille pour l'instant. Moi, je donne seulement. Ne dites pas que je suis contre tel ou tel. Mais je donne les noms tels que, à la suite de mon enquête, parce que le régime était en train de dire un certain nombre de choses, eh bien, il fallait bien que je fasse mes enquêtes et que je vous donne aussi ma version des faits. Et il y a Oka Nassiri Clovis. Lui aussi a été identifié comme un chef de milice du gouvernement camerounais. Et il y a Oumde Joseph. Il a aussi été identifié comme à la solde du régime du camerounais et il est accusé d'avoir détruit le village Kembon à Manu. Et bien évidemment, il y a ceux qui sont des cadres de l'armée qui sont aussi sur cette liste dont je vais vous donner les noms très importants, à savoir par exemple le général Sali. Le général Sali, il y a une enquête qui a été ouverte contre lui et il est reconnu d'avoir incendié Kwakwa, c'est-à-dire que c'est un village du sud-ouest. Il y a le colonel Émile Bankui, lui alors son dossier c'est trop grave, ça, je passe même très vite. Et il y a Félix Mbayou, qui est le ministre délégué au niveau des relations extérieures, qui a aussi, bien évidemment, nourri et monte des milices là-bas parce que justement c'est un anglophone et qui veut que la crise perdure. Et il y a bien évidemment le grand gouverneur, au Kalabilay, qui lui alors c'est beaucoup plus grave encore parce que lui il a même traité les anglophones de chiens, de cafards, il fallait les éliminer sans pour autant oublier le ministre Laurent Esso, le ministre de la Justice. Il faut quand même se dire que l'ONU, et bien évidemment, avait déjà demandé la libération des prisonniers politiques. Or, on se rend compte que on ne les a pas libérés et bien au contraire, il y a certains actuellement qui meurent pratiquement en prison. On en a vu la semaine dernière et un autre encore dont il y a Hassan Virginus qui est mort en prison, tout comme Rodolphe Angou. Lui aussi, il est mort en prison. Ils sont en prison depuis 5 ans. Ils ne sont pas jugés. Et bien sûr, il y a d'autres cas des prisonniers qui n'ont pas de soins. Donc, c'est sur ce que Laurent Esso sera, si jamais il part aux États-Unis, il risque de ne plus jamais rentrer. Ferdinand Ngongo a la résidence aux États-Unis. Ngongo, ton cas est très très lourd. À Tangandji alors, c'est trop grave. Je ne voudrais pas continuer parce que il y a beaucoup d'autres choses que j'avais à vous dire aujourd'hui, mais compte tenu du fait que le temps m'est imparti, je dis tout simplement que je vais revenir de façon détaillée pour vous expliquer ou alors vous donner des informations.
Well, so that is Remy NGONO, who is a French Cameroon journalist, reading the names of those potential people to be arrested by La Republique. Okay, so when we talk about these crimes of war, look at it. Those people who went and created militia like Ataganji, Felix Mbayo, all these people, you know of Paul Tasson, those people who don't want this war to end, those people that were given visa bans. When you look at this Biya's list of people who are traveling with Biya, most of the people whose name appear here are not there. Okay, that's why you see Biya cannot take somebody whose name appears in that list. Okay, Biya, first of all, Biya is a president, so he has what we call some presidential rights. Okay, according to international law, he has his own right. Okay, look at this one. Those names that you see, that is why we are talking about those things. Just think about it. Okay, then that look at this short story, then they will come back.
And you know, I've been following the stories of the refugees, and it's been heartbreaking.
Dazed and confused, Atimako struggles to come to grips with their new reality. The refugee mother of 8 is also forced to take on the additional responsibility of looking after 2 other children, orphaned by the fighting.
At least 40,000 of them are now in Nigeria.
Local officials say there could now be more than 40,000 Cameroonian refugees in Nigeria.
Most people here are yet to have breakfast. They don't even share of supper. When they left their homes, they were only concerned about their safety.
Oyiva Bridget has 5 children, and in a month she's expecting another one. But she's been forced to flee her home in southern Cameroon with her family. They had to walk for a day to cross the border into Nigeria.
That's a pregnant woman sleeping in a school and nothing for her unborn baby to wear.
Now as I run with my children like this, I'm suffering. No place for me to sleep. No clothes for me to wear. And now I'm pregnant, so there's no clothes when I will deliver the pikin and I have nothing.
Now, despite being pregnant, do you know that she walked from Cameroon to Nigeria? And she's not the only one.
Beatrice Annie, also displaced by the violence, trekked for 3 days before reaching safety in Nigeria. She was 8 months pregnant.
This woman walked for 3 days. Of course, many of them have fled into Nigeria, like the 10,000 that have settled in Benue State.
Over 10,000, that is a big number already for Benue State government to be feeding alone.
Many here say they don't have much to eat or anywhere suitable to live. Many of them will go hungry tonight, hoping that tomorrow will be better.
Can you imagine? I saw a video last month of another Cameroonian refugee camp in Cross River State of Nigeria, and you know, I almost cried because these people are just there. They are just there, and it's only one foundation that is helping them, providing them with food.
80% of those living in camps like these are women and children. The Aya Foundation is one of the few Cameroonian NGOs offering aid to traumatized people.
As a matter of fact, in this video that I'm about to show you, they said that the people at this camp didn't get any food for 3 weeks.
Most of them have not received any rations for almost 3 weeks. They're being offered medical assistance as well as food. Local NGO, the Aya Foundation, the only organization providing aid in this area, has proven a lifesaver.
I mean, they have little kids, which is why I wasn't surprised when they started fighting over the food that this man brought to them.
Each family received a few bowls of rice and cereal. It's a difficult decision of what to save for the next round of distribution. Things degenerate quickly, and it's a desperate scramble for dozens of mothers, like this young woman, fighting for the survival of her small baby.
As you guys can see, there are lots of pregnant women and women with babies. But you know, as sad as those videos are, you need to know about those that are still in the bush. As we speak, there are thousands of Cameroonians that are still trying to flee the country. Children, men, pregnant women in the bush. You know, I spoke with my friend Farida Naborima from Togo, whom you all know. She went to Cameroon recently and she called me. She told me that she saw so many of the refugee women using leaves as pads because there is no pad for them. She said that there are so many pregnant women that are delivering their babies in the bush and dying during delivery. For real, we were both holding our tears that day, especially when she told me that she saw bodies of young boys that were killed by soldiers.
This is the village of Kukembomo in Cameroon. For months now, images like these have been pouring out of Cameroon. Many are too graphic to show. These films show a country sliding into civil war.
It's so sad that being in power for more than 40 years has not been enough for Paul Biya, but to see him doing this to his own people in order to hold on to power is quite devastating. I find it really hard to take it off my mind. I've just been thinking about it for so long. I can't ignore this. And you know, I debated talking to you guys about this because I'm constantly begging you to donate, to help out people. Honestly, I cannot wait for the time that Kawa Foundation would get some kind of big grant so that I don't have to keep bothering you guys to give. I'm really sorry, but Christmas is coming and I know many of you are getting ready for Christmas. But think about these people. What kind of Christmas do you think they would have? They don't have a home. They don't have food. Please, let's try to give them something to celebrate this Christmas. Not just meeting their immediate needs in terms of food, clothes, pads, but we want to empower as many as possible. Even if it's just buying a few sewing machines or grinding machines, and you will also enjoy your Christmas more, knowing that you put a smile on somebody's face. So please, I've been talking with some Cameroonians here in the US. I've been in contact with a woman by the name Dr. Lisa Ekole in Michigan. And she's telling me that there are so many Cameroonian organizations willing to come on board to donate. I'd like to thank everybody in advance that will donate towards this, especially those that are not from Cameroon. At the same time, I'd like to appeal to all my Cameroonian brothers and sisters. Please be a part of this. Forget about politics. This is about human lives being wasted. It doesn't matter whether you are from Northern Cameroon or Southern Cameroon, or whether you are for Paul Biya or not. Please donate to help these refugees. You don't have to put your name in the donation if you don't want people to know that you donated, but please be a part of this. I put up that we're trying to raise $10,000 as a target, but I'm actually hoping that we would raise much more than that. You can donate from anywhere in the world. That's why we're using GoFundMe. As soon as December comes, we'll see what we've raised, and then I can tell you what we'll be able to buy. And please know that not a dollar of this money comes to me. This is something that all my board members are aware of. Everything is transparent. There is no dollar I have raised on this show that comes to me. None. We just want to put a smile on people's faces this Christmas. We'll be working with people on ground who are already helping the refugees out of their own pocket. So the link is on GoFundMe. Just search for this.
Thank you
guys
very
don't
much.
know much. Guess what? I'm just giving it.
That's our sister who is very powerful in trying to help our refugees in Nigeria. I want to thank her. It's a very good gesture. I want to thank her for, you see, this is what we are talking about. Some people don't understand what our people in Nigeria are going through. They only think of, oh, these people are terrorists. These people are this. You don't know the work. We have the Department of Home Affairs. Remember, before the 1st of October, on the 1st of October, President Chris Ano went to Nigeria with the Secretary of Home Affairs, Dr. Atienjo. They went there to support the refugees. But since La Republique does not want the world to understand the sufferings, okay, that our people is going through there in Nigeria, they don't want any leader to go to Nigeria. They connive with these governments there to go and arrest them. Okay? That is people are refugees in another country. They know there is a war going on. When people want to go and support them, La Republique will plan, connive. They almost arrested President Chris Ano in Nigeria on the 1st of October when he went there to support the refugees. Okay? So, we know if there is a crisis, people are trying to divert attention on what is not even important. Look at our refugees. Yes, some people say they don't want to support the struggle, they don't want to support support the humanitarian side of things. Support our refugees in Nigeria. Support our prisoners of war. Look at our prisoners. More than 5,000 of our people are still languishing in that dungeons called jail. So you want us to stop our activism? Why our people are still in jail or our people are still in refugee camps? Come on now, let's be serious. I mean, some people are just really sick. I, for one, cannot stop my activism when our people are still being killed. Yesterday, we heard of a killing going on in different parts of Ambazonian. How do you feel? Do you sleep comfortable? You Ambazonian. Can you sleep comfortably when your people are being killed? Your people are in jail. Your people are languishing in refugee camps. Do you sleep? Do you really sleep with your mind that your people are okay back home? I don't think so. I don't think so. And we have to face this fact. Okay? We have to face this fact. Okay? We have to understand what is going on because we cannot stay quiet while our people are dying. We cannot stay quiet. Ambazonians, wake up from slumber. Wake up from slumber. We have to wake up. We have to. There's no question about that. We are no more than our people who have been killed. Whose life is more precious? Whose life is more precious than an Ambazonian that has been killed? Whose life is most precious than our mother and our children, our family that are languishing in that refugee camps there? Whose life is more precious than our prisoners who have languishing for more than 5 years without any judgment? I don't see my life. If today anybody say they want to come and arrest, they want to come and do that nonsense, it's trash, it's garbage. I'll happily be arrested if my people are there in jail fighting for my people. I don't care about that nonsense. I don't care that nonsense. So you want us to stop our activism. You want us to stay quiet, not to fight back. When self-defense is a human right, our people are being killed. Our people are still in jail. So let's stop our activism? Is that what some of you are talking about? Our fighters are still down there. Our self-defense volunteers are still down there, still fighting in the bushes, defending their homeland. Whose life is more precious? Is it our life is more precious that we are sitting comfortable in USA We are sitting comfortable in Europe. Whose life is more at risk? Is it our life? That is at risk? I don't see my life at risk. I'm in USA. I feel bad for those people in the front line. Those people in the front line. Those people in La Republique jails, prisons, dungeons. Our mothers, our moms, our children in refugee camps. Look at how they are living. Think of it. Think of it. Let's have conscience. Let's have conscience for once. Our people are still, some are still in Douala, Yaoundé, begging for food. Begging. Do you want our people to live like that? Think of it. Let's be factual here, because some people are saying things they don't know what, you know. I believe in the truth. I believe in honesty. Ambazonian is coming. They cannot stop us. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills, and everywhere. Ambazonian is coming for you. Ambazonian is coming. Okay. Write, tweet, tell whoever you want. Go around the world, preach the gospel. Ambazonian gospel is real. Never you back up. Don't back up. Yes, our struggle is real. Please use your time to promote your people, promote your struggle, promote your country. Stop wasting time with irrelevant things. Okay. We are moving forward. We are, our target, our vision is Biya. No one will stop that. Yes, they can do what they want. They can arrest whoever they want. That's their problem. But we know law works in America. That's why if we're in Africa, we would have said, okay, they can play those manipulation with the laws, right? In America, there's law, and they'll follow the law. Nobody will go and manipulate. Nobody will manipulate. We're following the law, okay? But we are talking about our refugees, our people dying. Our people, more than 40,000, more than almost 100,000 people are just spread across neighboring countries in refugee camps. Some people say, no, I don't understand how we think. Do you have conscience for your people? Do you think? Do you feel for your people? Our people are still suffering. If you stop activism now, what do you think of the life of those people in jail? What do you think of the life of those people in refugee camps? What do you think of the people who are in Ambazonian still dying? Do you want to stop your activism? I don't think so. In America, activism is a human right. We have activists who are fighting, who fought for the right of the LGBT community. You have people who fought for the Black Lives Matter. The activism, there are so many causes that you can join. But this one is about justice for Ambazonian. Justice for Ambazonian. Nobody can stop you from doing that in America. So when they say FBI is doing their job, they are doing investigation on crimes committed. That's it. It has nothing to do with the struggle or stopping the struggle or say the struggle. Please don't confuse that. Don't allow La Republique, those fake newspapers, writing trash, garbage. Don't allow that. Okay? Don't allow La Republique newspaper going around writing fake news. Don't allow that to happen, because most of those newspapers are just writing what is being paid to them to write. Okay? Don't listen to those their nonsense thing that they are writing there. Yes. Newspaper that are being paid. Look at this one. Government. Look at this one. They say mass arrest loom as Chris Ano said to expose ex-base fighter sponsor, blah, blah, blah. What is all that for? What's Chris Ano vows not dying alone? Look at what all these people. What are they writing? The crisis is a genuine crisis. Okay, it's a genuine crisis. It's a genuine crisis. If we have something that is genuine, okay, the La Republic government is taking advantage of what they think is what they think, but they don't know the law of America. American law is not about going about arresting people, put them in jail, incommunicado, they'll just go arrest anybody. But that's not how American law works. America has a judicial system. They have judicial procedures. They follow, and everything is coming from evidence. They want to see what, if this thing is true, okay, this is this. Can you defend yourself? Everybody's a defendant. If somebody accuses you of something, you have the right to defend yourself in court. So before you accuse someone, you have to first of all have your own evidence, because the evidence lies in the person bringing the accusation. Okay, if somebody accuses me of doing a crime, I'll happily go to court. I say I'm not guilty. Guilty or not guilty? I'm not guilty. Okay, bring proof that I did this. That is on you now to bring the proof and bring witnesses to come and testify about what you're accusing me of. Okay, so anybody that is carrying somebody to court here, they should be ready to come and testify in court. And that is when we are going to build our own legal team. We'll build our own legal team. All the false accusations against our own people, we will not allow it, because it's another means for La Republic using that means to try to stop the struggle. Okay, they are not mentioning the struggle again. They went and wrote a letter to the United Nations. They went and wrote a letter to the United Nations. They said now that that they have discussed with some of the members of the cabinet, they have talked with some of the people in the cabinet, that the struggle is moving, and that they said in that letter that they sent to United Nations. That's a recent letter. That letter is saying that they have discussed with some leaders in the diaspora, that they are willing to keep discussing, that the diaspora, okay, 60 years of apartheid, Ambazonian is free. Okay, these are things that La Republique said that they have been doing, okay, with this prime minister. In 2019, they said there is effective decentralization. According to La Republique, that is what they have achieved since the Grand National, their Grand National Dialogue. That's the letter they wrote to the. They say, you see, they will write all these things. All these things are what failed. Look at two-state federation. It failed. 1972, the unity state failed. Okay, 1984, annexation and assimilation failed. Then 2019, their decentralization failed. Okay, so don't listen to them. All what they will do is try to divert attention. Okay, imagine how many thousands of fighters, soldiers, La Republique soldiers that have died in this senseless war. All the soldiers, they don't want to continue to fight. All La Republique soldiers are tired of this war. They know it's a useless war, but because of their paycheck, they will keep fighting. Most of them have deserted. I've met about 3 soldiers here in America who ran from the war. They say, mon frère, les Ambazoniens là sont très dangereux. If they send them to Ambazonia, they know what they will see there. It's not their land. You cannot go. Look at what Russia is facing in Ukraine. You just wake up one day and just start attacking a country. Yeah? You just think that you have the right. Two-state federation that came up, and we're managing some of our resources. We're having our own stores. We're having even part. Our police force was still controlled by us. It wasn't everything controlled from Yaoundé. Now, Ambazonians are like robots. When they say go left, they just go left. They say go right, they just go right. What kind of people are that? How can you make people like automatic robot? We hear that now they are launching a concours. The concours where people write concours, you have to still go and bribe. You write orals, you write this, you go and bribe. They already have their children names already on the list of those people who have passed the concours. Our people are there trying to even get into something. They cannot. They make the life of our people so difficult. So difficult. And if we don't speak up, who will speak for them? Who will speak for them? Syrians, the people of Ukraine in America are sponsoring their people back in Ukraine financially to keep fighting for their country. Don't tell us that people sponsoring, trying to use a kind of term because it's that. People look at our refugees dying. So we should let them die. Look at our prisoners suffering in jail. Who is really on the right senses? Are those people trying to resolve the problem, or people who say, okay, no, stop fighting? How is that just to the people of Ambazonia? That our people are dying in jail. Our people are dying in refugee camps. You are coming to arrest. There are other people who are trying to help the people back home. You come and say they are this, they are that, they are this, they are that. But that will not stop us. On the 14th of December, Ambazonians across the USA will shout out all illegalities, all corrupt practices that is being engineered by La Republique and France to stop our people from activism, to stop our people from voicing out. But we have started our activism now. Activism has started now. Yes, they cannot stop us. Now is the time of social media. Use your writing. Write on Twitter. Write on Facebook. Don't stop your activism. Don't stop your activism. Keep writing. Because self-defense, self-determination is a right. It's a human right. You have the right to support your people back home. In any way you can, they should survive what is going on there. Syrians in America are supporting their people. Ukrainian Americans are supporting their people to fight against Russia invasion, Russia colonization, Russia imperialism. It's the same thing La Republique is doing. And we will not sit back and allow La Republique to kill our people, to massacre our people, genocide our people, scorch earth our people, do all kinds of crimes against humanity on our people. And if that is okay for us to sit quiet, I don't think so. My people, will have to keep fighting to save our people. Don't allow La Republique to use all this manipulation. You have now understood why La Republique quit the Swiss-led negotiation. A negotiated peace settlement that was supposed to end this crisis. La Republique left prematurely And that is what we're saying. They had a different intention. They instead thought and they think. I really understand why that country is going backward. I understand. The mentality of the people ruling that country are those olden days people. Olden days, I'll call them olden days people. Olden days mentality. They think of only military, to use military and kill some people to stop something, which is Ambazonian is an ideology. Oh my God! How can you stop an ideology? Our people is in their ideology. The children already know Ambazonian anthem. You cannot take that away from people. How can you kill ideology? It's very difficult. You can jail 10,000 people. 10,000 people will rise. You can lock 15,000 people. 15,000 more will rise. That is what we are talking about. So no amount of jail people will stop the thing. Go to negotiation. Why are you afraid to negotiate? If you know you have a just cause, I don't think you will be afraid of negotiation. Like, Republic should go to negotiation. Why did they leave the Swiss-led negotiation? Then they start doing what they call all this manipulation. I think by now we have to learn from revolutions. Revolutions cannot stop like that. You cannot arrest people to stop a revolution. You go, okay? The diaspora, we don't even control the freedom fighters back home. We don't even have control over them. They have their own materials. They have their things. So if you arrest people in USA, those guys they are still fighting. Oh my God! So a lot of people should understand that. Okay, we just have a government abroad. It's a government. The people abroad are doing their diplomatic work, trying to see that we can expose trying to do our own things in the government abroad. Okay, but you see, of recent, the fighters are doing their thing there. They don't even take orders from people abroad. They don't. Okay, they know how they are fighting their fight now. We are just abroad diasporans. Okay, we are a government. We just have a government and trying to see how we can help our people back home. Okay, we have a lot of humanitarian projects back home that will help our people. So you cannot stop that. You can't stop the diasporans. Somalians during the Somali and the Somali crisis, the Somali war, the Somalian diasporans, even till now, majority chunk of the money that is helping the people of Somalia comes from abroad. The people of Sudan and South Sudanese, chunk of their money is coming from remittance. Remittance is what we call Western Union, MoneyGram, Express Union, Momo, whatever you call it. All forms of sending money back home is coming from the diasporans. So how can you say the diasporans should not send money back home? Why? How are our people surviving back home? The diasporans are the ones supporting our people back home. So don't tell us that it's a crime to do this. No. We know what is a crime. We know in America. We follow the American law. But look at our people. 40,000, more than 40,000 refugees dying. More than 20,000 in Benue State. Cross River, different. 80% of these people are women and children suffering in refugee camps. This is something that when we tell the people of the USA, everybody is just being quiet. Everybody is just saying, well, man, this is too sad. If a policeman comes to arrest you and you explain an issue to that police officer, the police officer just say, wow, is that what is going on? The judge Even the judge, even this judge that was handling that matter of these 3 guys that were arrested, when they told the judge in court of the crimes that Laporte have committed, he just told Apo to leave the court and go home. He said, go home. It's the same thing. Maybe with Tapak Ivo and Manga and all those people that were indicted by this funny on license Salai law firm. Just go and fake things and go and put people there and say it's an indictment. Indictment what? Indictment for what? For saving my people's life? I don't understand. They just think that they can just do lawsuit, just carry people to court like that, then the court will just say, oh yes, you are guilty. Ah. Oh my God. These people are just funny. Then they'll put it on newspaper. Crazy newspapers. They just carry things and put on newspaper. They don't even ask what they should put on newspaper. Carry lies and put on newspaper. They say, oh, they have arrested. They will call all kinds of names. It's funny. That's what is going on. But we should understand what we have to know. If Africa has to rise up, we need leaders who are visionaries. Because if we allow these old people that are still ruling this African continent, Africa will go to a mess. Because they are selling the continent. The young people don't have no right anymore. The young people who are fighting, they don't have rights. They are selling Africa. Take a listen to this short thing.
Ambassador Chambori, the biggest frustration from many of the Africans I speak to is not that they do not recognize that there is corruption in other parts of the world, but they do say in most cases nobody is ever held accountable. People have come from countries where they've seen the plunder of state wealth. They've seen people blatantly stealing, but there's no day they get arrested. There's no day they get sued and made to pay, either by going to prison and their wealth taken away. Yet in a place like the United States, we've seen people go to prison for even just attempting to solicit for a bribe. They never even got it, but they go to prison, 7 years, 10 years. So when African leaders are sitting in the African Union, do they discuss things like those? Like, how do we make sure we have institutions that can truly hold people accountable, including those of us in power?
I can honestly tell you the decision to make this year the anti-corruption year, it took all that into consideration. The African leaders being very realistic and having conversations with each other to say this is a serious problem and internally we need to address it. That is being done.
So are they discussing things like, how do you make sure you create an institution that it cannot be influenced by the executive, for example, that cannot be intimidated by the powerful and mighty in government? I mean, because without that, then this theme, this year is all just a slogan.
Again, once the head of states gets into an agreement from the African Union level, we're now counting and hoping that we will have a policy mechanism to police the heads of states. Every 6 months, twice a year, the heads of states are coming back and reporting on the progress that they have made in fighting corruption within their countries. But let me take you back a little bit. While we are busy talking about this corruption in terms of what the actual leaders are doing at different levels, let's also look at the environment in which they are operating from. Let's take, for example, the Francophone countries. When you look at the limitations which were set up by them signing the Pact for the Continuation of Colonization back in 1958, when you look at the fact that none of these countries print their own money, and they're not allowed to, none of these countries, over 40%, almost 50% of their food is coming from outside. The countries, the contracts, private and public, in those countries the French companies have first right of refusal. When you look at the fact that their own mineral assets, the oil discovered yet to be discovered, the minerals discovered and yet to be discovered, France has the first right of refusal in order to sell those resources. When you look at all that, their own military is trained by France. France has a presence in those countries. They're completely controlled by France.
Yeah, but
what I'm saying is, when you look at the overall impact on those countries, what is being done, what is being stolen out of those countries by France? We're talking 500 billion in 1 year. I want a louder voice talking about that. We're talking about 50 billion in 1 year going out in terms of corruption. I'm also saying I want the loudest voices to talk about the 500 billion. But let me finish.
Yes, ma'am.
Because if this 500 was to stay in the continent, maybe we will have enough money to do more for the people. The Francophone countries are being left with about 15% of their reserves.
There are those, though, who have more money.
I'm saying, we're saying those have more money. It's a case of who's got the larger crumb. Let me finish.
Yes,
who's got the larger crumb of the crumbs under the table? That's all I'm trying to say. So we're busy fighting. No, because this is a very important issue for me. And we need to understand it as Africans for what it is. We are busy fighting over who got the larger crumb of the crumbs under the table. I am saying we should also take the bigger fight, which says I want the filet mignon on the table, I want the champagne and caviar on the table. Yes, the president got the larger crumb of the crumbs under the table. But let's take the conversation where it also needs to be and give that conversation the weight that it deserves. That's all I'm saying.
How about this as an example of a country where actually everybody could have a filet mignon on the table? I'm talking about Equatorial Guinea, which has the highest GDP per capita of any African country. Just 20 years ago, it was a poor country. It discovered oil and suddenly became a very wealthy country. Only 1 million citizens of that country. But the country's people are very poor. They are very poor except for the president and the family of the president. The son of that country's president was actually prosecuted here in the United States for money laundering. The children of some of these people have billions of dollars. They have wealth that is invested in other countries. So how are you going to tell these people that their problem is because of France when actually they can see the children of their presidents gallivanting around the globe and enjoying the wealth of the nation, of the oil money?
For that insight. I know we have a lot that is going on within the world stage, and some people don't understand the politics going around. Okay, I just play this clip so that you should know how Africa is fighting corruption, but at the higher level, at the higher echelon level, there's a different dimension that we do not see with our own eyes. Okay, this particular crisis that we have in southern Cameroon, we can spend our time blame Biya, blame whoever we can blame in La Republique, but the real fighter, the real person who is engineering this thing from behind is France. Okay, see the amount of money that is leaving Africa to France every year. 500 billion. Calculate that money. Just do your own arithmetic. 500 billion. Money leaving from different particular people going to that. So when you look at that, okay, do you think that this war, our war is a war of oil? We should understand that. Any other thing that people are doing is just camouflage. This war is a war of oil. Period. La Republique is killing us. It's because of our resources. You think that they love us, or they love, they want to protect, as they are talking, they want to protect their territorial integrity? It's because of oil. The richness of Southern Cameroon, the rich resources that we have in Southern Cameroon, is why they are killing our people. And France is behind that. So whatever they are doing, whatever they are saying, we don't understand. All companies in operating today in Southern Cameroon and La Republique, major companies are French companies. Okay? Even the ones that are not French companies are still operated by French companies. Okay? So when you look at that, why do you think a country has interest in a particular country? Each countries have their interests. The issue of neo-colonization is still up to date. So don't be confused that, oh, it's over. Okay? The way they partition Africa to each European country is the same way they are doing it now. Okay? France will say, hey, this is my territory. America will say, this is my own territory. This one will say, this is my own. This one will say, this is my own. That's how they partition Africa. That's how they colonize Africa. And now we are in the era of neo-colonization or post-colonization. But you listen to what they are trying to do. They'll prefer to kill. They'll prefer to do this, do every kind of thing. Okay? If for the past 5-6 years that we have been fighting this war, they have not prosecuted one military person, you know that there's a problem. They'll be fighting for people. They'll come and be arresting, claiming to arrest people who are instead defending their own people. You see the politics that is going on. I don't want to talk about this. This will be for another topic. I don't want to talk about this because I'll make a whole show about this, about France and his corrupt nature in Africa. This one will be another topic for another day. But let's focus on Ambazonian for now. Okay? We have to know that France is still pushing. Okay? Many countries have joined their voices for Southern Cameroon and La Republique to go to a negotiation table. But of recent, you saw what Macron came to do to Cameroon. Okay? So we are talking about this because when you see lives are being lost, genocide is being committed, kinds of war crimes against the Geneva Convention, people think that is normal. It's not normal. Our people are in refugee camps. They are looking up to us, the diasporans. Call the people when I talk to some of the people who are in our prisoners of conscience, they say they are looking up to us. So if us, the diasporans, don't fight, who will fight for them? Who will fight for them? They will be, because literally they have given those people life imprisonment. And they'll abandon them there, they'll forget about them. The refugee, they will just forget about the refugees. They will not even go back. Because there will be no settlement for them. There will be no thing for them. Everybody will lose everything. If this crisis ends now, think of the people who have lost so many of their brothers and sisters in this crisis. Think of those who have been displaced. Think of those who are still languishing in jail. The Nigerian High Court passed a judgment. They should send all those people back. So you think that they'll arrest new leaders now, which is illegal. Any leader that you arrest now is illegal. Because the one that were first arrested are still there in languishing in jail, and they were asked to send back to Nigeria by the UN, United Nations. The United Nations Working Group Against Arbitrary Arrests wrote a communique to Biya government. So anything that they talk about arrest now is illegal. It's illegal. Nobody is a terrorist. Nobody is that other nonsense that they are trying to portray. It's all fake. Because the United Nations went through all the files. They said those people were illegally arrested. So when we look at those details, we have to compare and contrast. What led to the arrest of the Naira 10? What led to the arrest of this person? It's all manipulation. International law does not work like that. International law of arrest, international law of international warrant is not gotten like that. What crime do they commit? Crime to accept their own country. The only crime Siseko committed was just to declare independence. In 2017, that's the only crime. Siseko just declared independence. They say he's inciting terrorism, he's inciting violence, he's inciting this. A country that has been recognized, that everybody voted. America cannot play in this. They know. Any country that is trying to come in this thing, when they hear the history, they say, no. Man, you people have your right, man. Everybody just tell the story. Tell how it happened. How two countries came together and one is trying to play the big daddy. They say, no, man. Don't allow that to happen, man. Okay? America, 64 countries voted for our independence. 64. America was there. None of these countries have withdrawn their vote for our independence. Now we are just trying to accept that independence that was voted in 1961. So I don't see anything that we are doing bad, right? We are just trying to confirm what was already voted in the United Nations. So how do you call people terrorists? It's not like any other revolution that maybe we just started something out of the blue, like, oh, want to come and incite violence. No, we are just trying to confirm what has been voted in by the United Nations. It has nothing to do with terrorism. Nothing. It's there at the United Nations. You remember the video I played the other day, where they were bringing Pobia two maps. The map of Ambazonian was this way, then the map of La Republique was this way. The United Nations delegation came to Yaoundé and gave Biya that. It's not us. We're just trying to do what is right. So anybody going to tell you any other narrative is just faking. Yes, it's just faking. La Republique has gone and sent a fake letter. I think that letter, I don't have that letter. Maybe next episode I'll bring that letter for you guys. You see. A fake letter. They went and brought that letter. A warning, all those people who are supposed to go and write concours, please don't go and write any concours. La Republique government needs money to keep, they say that those people who will be writing concours. I got a message from one person, okay? I got a message from one person who said that La Republique is, you see, let me read it. He said, I am, by this message, not trying to discourage you for or some of your family members to write concours. I mean, if you have the money and are willing to spend it, then try your luck. A few things to remember before you write any concours in La Republique. La Republique government, La Republique du Cameroun is highly in debt in thousands of billions and wishes to raise funds in the form of taxation. Listen, this is somebody working in the ministry. He sent me this. He said a lot of concours will be initiated, and I want Ambazonian to ask themselves this question. Where will La Republique du Cameroun get the money to pay the new recruit that will be hired by that country? I want Ambazonian to know that the physical stamps needed for this concours have gone up from 500 francs CFA to 1,000 and to 1,500 francs CFA. The chances for an Ambazonian to even pass the concours and hired is about 1:100. This means that for the 100 people who will pass and be hired by La Republique du Cameroun, is one Ambazonian is to 99 La Republique du Cameroon citizens. Also, note that La Republique du Cameroun does not consider you as their citizen, and your chances of being hired are almost zero. And so, if you write the concours, you are simply replenishing their treasury. Again, I am not trying to discourage any Ambazonian from writing the La Republique concours, but do not regret it, because in addition to buying the physical stamp, you will also need to bribe those doing the hiring, and I will tell you the amount will not be small. Currently, those receiving vouchers from the treasury as a year are not getting salaries. You understand what we're saying? La Republique need money for this war. You see, that is why they are looking for shortcut to end the war. Okay? They are looking for shortcut to end the war. But that is what is going on. Okay? So, take note. The concours, they have launched about, they say almost how many concours? Okay? They have launched so many. Okay? So many war money that they are preparing themselves. They need money to finance the war. Anything that is going on now that is needed for La Republique to raise money is to finance the war. So please, if you have your own people back home there, any concours they are going to write is just for leisure and waste of money. Yes, our people are not only being marginalized through this way. Okay, they have a lot of things that they are doing on our people that will tell you that we don't belong there. We don't belong there. We don't belong there. Okay, we don't belong. So stop forcing yourself. Okay, forcing yourself to what don't belong to you. Okay, it's not that is not our issue for now. But don't forget, on the 14th of this month, the rally will be huge, as you can say. And La Republique will know that they don't own us. We own ourselves and we own our country. Yes, they cannot impose us what they want to tell us. Okay? That's their waste of time. They cannot tell us what they want to do. We are going to tell them that we own our country. We are the owners of our country. They don't own La Republique. Okay? They don't own La Republique. So they cannot. You see, the one of the currency. I did not. Let me show you the currency that. I said this lady. Okay. Anyway, I don't want to talk about her even, because how can she be still posting this kind of thing? That La Republique is that they did not put English language in the Biya banknote. Is Biya even in Commonwealth? Biya is a bank of Central Africa. It's owned by France. How do you expect France to be writing English in their banknote? They know that most countries are moving towards, like Rwanda. Do you know Rwanda has changed from French to English as their main language? Many countries too are switching. I heard even Burkina Faso also. So one other country is switching. Yeah. They are leaving French. So France now is preferring to print only in French. All their currency notes, look, no English. They don't even want people to read. So why do they want us there? We are English people. Why do they want? We have our own common law system, our own system, judicial system. We have our own way of doing things. The good thing with the common law system and the British system that each British countries have their own currency. Nigeria, they have their nairas and kobos. The Ghanaian people, they have their Ghanaian cedis. Okay. South Africa, they have their money. All these countries, Kenya have their own money. Every country that is British colonized, they have their own currency. The British government did not tie them like France is tying these French colonies now. to still use their French currency because of what they are making from it. Let me end here for now. I don't want to go to that topic for now because I think we'll do that in another topic. Okay, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with this one in another because it's too much of thing going on there. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and God bless you all. Okay, God bless you all, and let's stay focused. Okay, we have our rally coming up, so please know that everybody in the USA is involved. Everybody is involved, whether you are where, whether you are what part in the USA. All Ambazonians in the Atlantic seaboard USA should plan and show the world everything about Biya. Okay, don't forget the application of the permit to protest has been done for with the DC mayor. I wish that all Ambazonians will be there to protest. Okay, because we hear that Paul Biya has traveled to Washington DC to attend this Africa Leaders Summit, okay, at the invitation of President Joe Biden. So we hope that day, because the summit will take place from the 13th to the 15th, okay, the 13th to the 15th of December, okay. You saw the delegation that went there. Out of more than 20 cabinet members, only one Anglophone is there. Only one Southern Cameroonian is there. Then here is position: Minister, Charge Duties, Special Duties of the Presidency of Special Duties. What is that? They give a position that you don't even have. You don't have to. Maybe you sit there and do nothing. They say Mr. Mengot Victor Are is also member of that delegation that is going to America. They say his position is Chargé Special de Duties. Special duties. What kind of duties? Presidency of the Republic or what? Minister of I don't know. They just find anything that they can attach to your name as an Anglophone. They just give you there. Just stay there. Even Prime Minister doesn't have any portfolio. They just say you are head of government. Head of which government? Which government is the Prime Minister controlling? He is about number 5 in the echelon of hierarchy. Prime Minister position in Cameroon is number 5. You understand what I'm saying? It means if the president dies today, they will not even take by the Prime Minister. They will go and look by the Speaker of the House, like Cavalier. That's the person that will take over. It's not normally it was supposed to be the Vice President. But because of that assimilation policy, they scrapped that thing of Vice President. They put up a Prime Minister, then they put Prime Minister and a head of government. As if he's the head of government. It's just a title. He's not head of any government. Okay? Because all these people have powers more than him. All these ministers. All these minister. Yeah, Maglambaga Atangana, Minister of Trade. Yeah? All these people are all people from Betty land. Vondo Ayolo. All the one they call him Betty Asomo. That's the guy there for all this one. Minister of Agriculture. Mbarobwa. This one, Minister of this one advising the president is called Joseph Fuda. All of them are people from Betty land. One ethnic group, one. You want to bring the Bamleke, you don't have. You want to bring the Northeast, no way. Somebody that gave you power peacefully. Aijo is still in Senegal. Aijo's corpse has not come to La Republique. You know how this man has his own mind, wicked. Somebody that gave you power, when you come to power, you send him on exile. then Nordists that are still supporting this useless kind of government. The Nordists, anybody supporting this useless thing is just dull. Because your president, your own president that was there, you have not fight for him to come back. His corpse, not even his life, but the corpse is still lying in Dakar, Senegal. You are still supporting this man. You have to fight for your country. You have to fight for your country. The Betty people, wake up. The people of the Northeast, you have to wake up. You have to wake up. Okay. But our people should remember, please, we are fighting a just fight, and we are fighting for the people of Southern Cameroon. Okay. So nothing will stop us. Nothing will ever, so far as we are in the United States and we know we are doing the right thing, nobody will ever shake us. Don't worry about those nonsense things they are writing on that local crazy newspapers. They are writing local trash, garbage. Use them, take them to your backside toilet thing. Go and trash them there, and don't read those 40 crazy newspapers there. They are being paid by the Republic to write all those things, and they don't even know. They'll be writing things that is not even truth. So don't read them. They are all garbage. Real newspaper in America cannot write that. They'll write what they will say, okay, but they'll have to wait for the right things that are not there. Lies. They write all lies. So thank you all, thank you all, thank you all, and God bless. God bless you all. Wish you all the best of weekend. See you in the next episode.